The most recent crop report in Wisconsin showed corn and soybeans closing in on 90% planted, but those numbers not the full picture. Our Life on the Farm contributor Jeremy Hansen is here from Fox Valley Technical College. Good morning, Jeremy.
Yes, good morning, Millian.
Well, when we see those statewide crop reports, that can be a little deceptive, right? Because there are farmers out there who are simply choosing not to plant.
Correct. We have a lot of decisions to make, difficult decisions, whether we should continue planting at this point or not. There's a lot of acres that are not planted or in the process of being planted right now.
So help our viewers understand, me being one of them, when it comes to crop insurance, there's a number of important deadlines and dates for our producers who do carry that insurance.
Right. The first, crop insurance date for corn is June 5th. Okay. Soybeans is June 10th. And that means that we can take a claim potentially, or we can continue to try to plant. Okay. There's a penalty each day after June 5th or June 10th. Okay. Per day, but we still can have some insurance on those crops.
And for farmers who do choose to take that claim, that doesn't mean that field is going to sit bare, right? They do have some options to plant.
Right, so we can still plant our crops, whether they're insured or not, that's another question. But there's a drop dead date, end of June, and then we really can't plant till the first week of July. And that's not an insurable crop, it should be taken for forage.
I know a lot of producers were kind of looking at that harvest window, knowing that they needed a certain number of days to have a mature crop, but they're also balancing with a need for feed, right?
Right, and that's another important decision. If you have cows and you have no corn planted, you're probably going to plant corn for corn silage to feed your cows over the winter.
What is your experience showing you as far as yield loss when it comes to a season like this? If we can get our corn in the ground, we get a lot of nice hot days, do we play catch up?
Well, we look at last year and we didn't have the rain and we had, the corn didn't germinate right away and we had some wonderful yields. So what are we going to do? But no, there is a yield loss potential every day after like May 10th as far as corn, and every day, into June for soybeans as well.
What is your best advice to the producers that you're working with right now?
Well, again, look at our feed situation and talk to our banker because, balance sheet information, inventory and balance sheets is important. That's an asset. But if we need the feed, we got to plant something to feed our cows. Other things like soybeans, if you're going to plant soybeans, there's some pretty good numbers as far as claims. And I question if we're going to actually make more money, more profit by planting those soybeans at this point. So that's a really individual discussion with everyone I talk to.
What were you hearing when it comes to first crop hay? I know there was some very, very tall stands out there waiting to be cut.
And we're still working on first cutting hay when we should, by the calendar date, be harvesting second cutting next week. So yeah, we're still working on that.
Okay, well, no doubt you're not alone out there if you're still making hay when the sun is shining. We're happy to have a little bit of dry weather. Ryan's going to have a full forecast for you coming up a little later on Midwest Farm Weekly. Jeremy, we appreciate your advice as always. If you're looking for details about spraying, that was in last week's Life on the Farm. You can go check that out on our website. Thanks for being here.
Yes, thank you.